Pink diving boards are an example of an exception, you might say, to the pink-green tops. Typically, when you get a signal, the um, well, first of all, the definition for a pink-green top is zip green at 100, and zip pink is under it and going up each day, while zip green is at 100. And zip green can be there for 6 or 8 days even. But there's usually a signal like Zip Zion comes up and hits 100 and then immediately goes back down, and so does the pink and all the rest of the lines. Or the Zip red, gray, yellow, and blue all start create a TOC and start going down. That's an indication that the Zip pink will go down the next day. And remember, Zip pink is one of our price barometers. Swing Zion and the three price lines, green, red, and blue, are your other price barometers, and it follows the price constantly, continually. And so when you see a pink diving board, like you do here in this example, we've got a situation where again, this is a small stock. I just happened to see a pink diving board. I thought I'd point it out. Small valued stock, but the idea is the same throughout. The price has gone up a little bit, and for 4 or 5 days it stayed a few pennies higher than it was going before. And when Zip pink continues through as Zip green drops down really low, it's just I hesitate saying a continuation pattern, but that's kind of what it amounts to. And it typically will, at the end of it, go up. Sometimes it only lasts 1 or 2 days and then drops down, but you can see how it disappeared. The red and yellow, Zip red, yellow, and probably blue and green came up above the pink line, and then after that day it drops down. So that became your signal right here on that day. Zip red's 100, gray's 100, yellow's 97, blue's 94, and green is 100, and pink is 98. And so pink just continually climbed, and then it followed procedure like it normally does in a pink-green top, with the exception that the procedure, when I say procedure, I mean the requirements for the pink-green top pattern to terminate is when pink is up against green, and then it can go down with green at 100. So on this day, green came back to 100. Normally you don't see the other lines like the red and the gray and those lines up above the pink line, but when it's been traveling by itself for a long time, it invariably has the Zip green come back up to 100, and then sometimes it'll go on for 1 or 2 more days and then go down, but oftentimes this is what happens. Another example is a little bit different look to it. We had a pinpoint green top right here, and after the pink was actually highest on this day, and then it continued for 1 more day going up, and then that ended. And we can see, like for example, you have down here in the swing chart, you have a bottlenose going up. That's usually for an indication for a downtrend. It's just like a low angle up in a swing in Swing Zion, and again, Swing Zion is a price barometer. But one of the key things that you should notice here, I'll point out, and that is when when price green crosses over the red line, price red line, that is oftentimes the top of the peak. and then it goes down. And you can pick up some nice movements when you find this particular situation, because the price green crossover signal is a real key. And there are other types of crossover signals, but I'm not going to go into them on this particular video. So that's what I have for a pink diving board. They do appear at the bottom, on the bottom of cycles. They'll come out at the bottom when green goes up, and of course they appear at the top of cycles. They're typically a continuation pattern, and then there's another signal that will move price in the opposite direction.